Hi, I'm Joan Miller with Bootleg Yoga, and this is my 15-minute evening cool-down workout. I hope you'll enjoy this one. It feels great, and it's a wonderful way to relieve the stress of the day and prepare for a good night's sleep. So if you have a scarf or a yoga strap, we like to use scarves because we're styling over here. You can also use a belt or anything, even a towel, something you're going to be able to put around your foot. So you want to take that and have it nearby. We always start our practice with a little bit of centering and breathing, and connecting. So let's bring the hands to the heart center. Tucking the chin slightly. Just take a couple deep breaths into the body. And let each breath wash away the tensions of the day. Let your shoulders relax, let your face relax. Breathe deeply. Relaxing those shoulders on the exhale. Just bring your attention within. Withdrawing your attention from the external world. Feel the beating of your heart. And your heart rising and falling with the breath. Connecting with your body, your higher self, your higher power. Breathe. Let's start our practice with loving kindness, thinking about someone or something, or some place or some animal that we love. And if there's something you want to manifest in your life, let's place an intention into this practice. And you slowly open your eyes. All right, let's warm up your spine and cool down your spine too, eventually, with a seated spinal flexion. Your feet are shoulder width apart. Let's have the hands on the shins. Now, let's start by rounding back. And your arms are straight. You're just hanging here by the hands. Really stretching your back into like the letter C. Now, with the feet flat, let's inhale. Use the arms to pull your heart up. Exhale back. I like to exhale through the mouth. In these types of practices, it's so good for relieving tension. Inhale, exhale, let your shoulders just stretch away from the ears. Let's do two more. Inhaling. Long inhale, exhale all your air. Get all that stale air out of the lungs. One more. And exhale, I'm going to come all the way down. One word at a time. You can grab your thighs if you like, or if you want a little core work, just let go. Let's stretch the arms over the head. Stretch, stretch. Exhale. And let's grab the right knee. So we're going to draw the knee in, the top of the head. Stretches down to the ball of the foot. Right arm comes out to the side. Let's inhale. Exhale this right leg across the body to the left. Now your hips are going to swivel. Let them swivel. Keep the right shoulder down. We want the shoulder blades to be grounded. And it's good if you straighten the arm because that gives you a little bit of leverage to push down. So let's take 3 breaths here. When you inhale, reach into your left leg and reach up to the crown of your head. You're going to come out of the twist a little bit when you do so. That's all right. Exhale, move a little deeper. Let the arm help you. Inhale. Exhale. So good. One more. Last exhalation. Let's inhale the knee back to the center. Grabbing the other knee. Just rock a little bit side to side. Massaging your back. And then returning to the center. Holding onto the left leg. Right leg comes down. Shoulders away from the ears. Shoulder blades are grounded. Arm comes out to the side, just below shoulder level. Inhaling. Exhale this leg across the body to the right. Oh, so good. Now we get a lot more out of this stretch if we really reach into that leg, that right straight leg on the inhale. We can create some space in the spine and then move into that space we created on the exhale. 2 more breaths here. When you breathe, you come out of the pose a little bit to fill the belly. And you exhale, you move a little bit deeper. And one more. And let go on the exhale. Inhaling the knee back to center, holding the other knee. And let's roll these knees in a circle. Let's go clockwise to begin. And you might feel a little crackling in your sacrum, your sacroiliac joint. Other way. Loosening up your pelvis. Massaging the backs of your hips. And then returning to center. The feet are shoulder width, hip width. They're parallel to each other. They're fairly close to your butt. I'm going to do a gentle bridge pose. Now, if you haven't done bridge pose before, please watch first, because you don't want to turn your head in bridge pose. So my arms are to the side. I'm going to start on the inhale by tilting my pelvis, lifting my tailbone off the ground, peeling my spine up as I lift the arms up. Exhale, lowering down one vertebra at a time. So let's do that 2 times together. Inhaling up, pressing through the insides of your heels, lifting the hips, tucking the tailbone under, exhaling down. And then one more. This time leave the hips up, bring the arms down, and you could press the arms into the mat. You can shimmy your shoulders underneath you. Let's take 3 breaths in bridge pose, remembering to push through the insides of the heels. And imagine that you're tucking your tailbone up through your inner thighs. The chest is moving towards the chin. That's what we want. In back bends, we want to stretch the front of the body. So one more inhalation, maximizing, and then lowering down one vertebra at a time. Like your spine is a bicycle chain. You're lying it, make it lie down very carefully. Knees draw in. Let's counter that back bend with happy baby. Hands in the arches of the feet or the outsides of the feet. And notice that the soles of my feet face the ceiling. And I'm drawing my knees out to the outside of the ribs, so not the chest but the outside. I'm not pulling on the feet. I'm just letting my hands rest on them. And each time I do, the knees start to come down outside the hips. So this is a nice gentle hip opener. And if you rock, it's very soothing. And I also like to add a gentle leg stretch. So I'm going to roll to the side. My right knee is going to touch the ground. I'm going to exhale and try to straighten this leg. Inhale, center. Other knee comes down. Don't worry if the legs don't straighten right now. With daily practice, they will if that's what you want. The most important thing is that you're breathing deeply, that it feels good, that you're giving your body the attention it needs and your spirit. And you're getting a stretch from the hamstring. Even if you're not straightening, you're getting a stretch and a hip opener back to the center. All right. Let's bring the knees down. Let's take a reclining pigeon. We're going to bring the left leg up. We're going to turn it outward. Put your ankle above your knee. Flex the foot. You push this knee away. And I'm going to grab this thigh. Now, some people are not able to grab the thigh. It's okay. You can just use your core. It's actually a little bonus for you if you use your core and just hold your body like this. Otherwise, you're grabbing your thigh or the shin. I like to push my elbow into the knee as I'm pulling this thigh closer. It gives me some leverage. But it's good to keep the foot flexed, to keep this muscle active, to help the knee stay in a good position. Now please take 3 breaths here. It's a great hip opener. It's a little more challenging because you're on the back. So you can't cheat because your back is perfectly flat. A lot of us tend to just overstretch the back in a hip opener like this pigeon. But do notice if your chin is up or down. A lot of us have very tight hips and we end up out here. And see what happens to my chin? I'm going to draw the shoulders back and tuck the chin. Now if you're not able to do that, you're better off to just let the arms go so that you don't pull this neck out of alignment. So maximize here. Let's release this leg down. Just put the ball of your foot down and slide this left leg over the right. Try to have no space between the knees. Arms kind of shoulder level or just below. Inhale. Exhale, and we're going to lower the legs to the left. So your left leg is on top. And we're lowering to the left, but we're keeping your right shoulder, oh my goodness, that was good. Keeping your right shoulder on the ground. If you like, you can let your gaze go over to the right. And you're exhaling through this shoulder, through the right arm and hand. Let's enjoy a couple of breaths here in this beautiful twist, deep twist. Breathe and let go. Breathe. We want to come out of this deep twist mindfully to protect your back. So slide the left leg off. Then bring the right one up and left. And let's realign ourselves, feet hip width apart. Right leg comes up, turns out, ankle above the knee. Knee goes away from you, foot is flexed, then we're drawing to the knee or the shin or the thigh. But we're pulling the arms back so your shoulders are pressed towards the mat. Chin is tucked. Now breathe into your hip. You know, we know that the hips are it's the largest joint in the body. And if we can move the toxins out of the hip, it's very good for us. If we can just loosen that up. You know, I've been teaching classes for a long, long time, and that's most people's major complaint is that their hips are tight. So good for you that you're doing something to open the hips, something that's really good for your body at the end of the day, or any time of the day. Let's maximize here. And then come onto the ball of the foot, left foot, right leg is over. Try to have no space here if possible. Arms are shoulder level on the inhale. Exhale, we're lowering the legs to the right, but I'm keeping my toe there. I'm keeping my left shoulder down. I'm letting gravity take the legs. It feels so wonderful. Breathe, and you'll get an excellent stretch across the shoulder as well when you reach out into the hand. Feel the breath moving in and out of the body, the spiraling of energy all the way up your spine. Take 2 more breaths. I'm going to slide the right leg off, bringing these back to center. Now it's time to take the scarf, or what have you, and put in the arch of the foot, and straighten the leg. Let's start off like this. See, we want this leg to be straight. That's important, so you get the stretch across the back of the knee. I'd like to take one side of the scarf in each hand, so I can draw my arms back to keep my shoulder girdle grounded. Now you can stay here, you'll get a terrific stretch of the back of the leg. You also may like to straighten that leg down. A couple of breaths here. So with every exhale, we're trying to pull a little closer. Just don't let the knee bend. Just keep it nice and straight and send some loving thoughts into the back of your leg. This is the best hamstring stretch I know. I think I do it in every single practice. Now I'd like you to take both sides of the scarf in your right hand, bring the left arm out to the side. Ground the right leg so this leg does not move. Exhale and pull this leg across the body to the right, just about halfway to the ground. Now notice my arm is straight and I'm pulling up like I'm leading a horse by the bridle, by the reins here. If you let go, the leg's going to come away. It will briefly feel better. But we're here for a stretch, right? And it will feel so good when you're done. You'll be glad you did. Both legs are straight, and they're really moving away from each other. I know this is a challenging one. It's not very comfortable, but so good for us. So let's take one more breath here. We inhale up. Now we take the scarf in the right hand, and exhale this left leg to the left, right arm is out to the right. Now what's going to happen here is your pelvis will start to tip, and that's really inevitable. But just try to keep it grounded. Sometimes I'll ask people if they want to do a little extra core work, they can take their right foot off the ground 6 inches, if that's comfortable for you. So the weight of your lifted leg will ground the pelvis, plus you'll get a little core work as well. Do whatever feels right for you at this time. And take 2 more breaths. Breathe. And as you exhale, you can, if your right leg is up, you can lower it. You can inhale the leg up. Let's take one more breath here, really stretching those hamstrings. And then release. Bend that leg in. Ah, so good. And then other side. You'll probably notice the difference between the 2 sides of your body now. We'll get you evened out though. So I have the scarf wide, So you'll notice when I pulled wide, my leg came closer and my shoulders came closer to the mat. It's nice, a way to hold the strap or scarf. If you want to straighten the left leg, you can. Let's keep the back of the neck long. Just keep the face relaxed. Let's keep the breath flowing. So good what you're doing for your body right now. If you could do this stretch every day, I think you would be amazed. The flexibility you didn't know that you were capable of. It's just a little bit of daily practice. 15 minutes with me every day, you'll see a difference. Now, let's take the scarf in the left hand, right arm out to the side. Left leg is grounded on the inhale. On the exhale, I'm bringing this leg across the body, just halfway to the ground. If the leg comes all the way down, then we've probably lost something. Unless you're, an advanced yogini and you have a tremendous amount of flexibility. I find that this is just right. Just uncomfortable enough. We know we're getting a stretch, but not so uncomfortable that we can't wait to come out of the pose. Let's take 2 more breaths. So I'm going to keep pulling my foot up to the top of the mat. Keep my face relaxed. Keep my breath moving. 1 more exhalation. That's it. Hang in there. We inhale up. Switch hands. Exhaling. Opening to the side. Again, we're pulling the foot up and not letting it come down. If you want to bring that left leg off the ground, feel free to do so. Breathe. Just let go on the exhalations. 2 more breaths here. Let gravity take that right leg. Enjoy the sensation of stretching your inner thigh, your hamstring. 1 more breath. If your left leg is up, you can lower down the exhale. And inhale this up. Exhale. 1 more breath now to the back of this leg. On the exhale, release. Knees come here, side to side. So you can rock all the way from one side to the other. Alright. Let's just take 2 more poses to chill you out this evening. Reclining cobbler's pose. The soles of the feet are together. The knees open up. You want to tuck your buttocks flush under, tuck your shoulders under. I like to grab the opposite elbows for the shoulder opener. Now there's going to be a little curve in your back. It's okay. It's just a neutral spine. Let the curves of the back be natural. Breathe 3 breaths here. Just relax. Relax your eyes and your jaw. Long deep breaths. Letting the knees fall towards the mat. Just letting go. And on the next exhalation, you can release the arms. Help the knees back together. Open them up. Now the knees stay together. The feet go walking as wide as your mat. Palms are here on the pelvic belly. Let's breathe into the palms. And let go on the exhale. One more breath now. Just relaxing now, getting more and more relaxed. On your next exhalation, let's straighten one leg at a time into Shavasana if that's comfortable for your back. Feet are hip width apart. Palms come up. Shoulder blades are under. Just take a few breaths now into your whole body. Relax on the exhalation. Breathe. Feel your belly rise and fall with the breath. So we are just doing a quickie tonight, but if you want to meditate, you can just turn this off and hang out here for a while in Shavasana. Otherwise, we're going to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Stretch the arms over the head. Draw one knee at a time into the chest. Rock side to side. And eventually roll over to one side. And push up slowly. Take your time. To any position that's comfortable for you. Let's inhale the arms above the head. Exhale down the midline. Let's take a deep breath full of white light and pure positive energy into our bodies. See ourselves radiant with the light. Let's see it ray out and positively affect every area in our lives. Let's send this light and energy out to anyone who needs healing, help, or encouragement. And let's send it out to each other now. And then seal the benefits of this practice by offering gratitude for the opportunity to do yoga together tonight, for all of our blessings. Let's slowly open our eyes and ease into our evening with tranquility, serenity, and peace. Thank you for doing evening yoga with me. Tonight's affirmation is, absolute well-being is the basis of my universe. Namaste. And blessings.